Happy hour is almost over here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and for some reason Regan Whitlock thinks that it's about that time to put in a lap, and that's an interesting way of merging back onto the track. Charlotte brought once into her and sends her into the wall on the outside. Now there's a difference between bad luck and AI stupidity. Sorry, that's not supposed to be a knock against Regan Whitlock, but I mean, come on, AI, RNG. RNG determines the fates of so many people in Las Vegas, so these guys should know better. Hello everyone and welcome to fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada for today's race, the third round of the 2023 NASCAR AAA Cup Series, the very aptly named UAW Daimler Chrysler 400. Couldn't dream of a better show name for Las Vegas, you know. All the great acts, past and present, you know, David Copperfield, Siegfried and Roy. Let's pop up some other names here. The Beatles' Love, One, Absinthe, That One Mart at Circle K, 721, whatever it's called. Whatever, the UAW Daimler Chrysler 400, there you go. We're at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, which is, crikey, about 20-25 minutes northeast of the Strip. Cool. Well, anyways, let's just go through your starting lineup. We've got the GOAT on pole starting alongside Patrick Smith. We have Steve Morgan and Joey Trickle in the second rows. Yep. Let's say goodbye to my OCs. They will be missed. Not much, but maybe a little. Of course, Vittorio Savio won a race in this car, the number 29 Goodwrench Chevy, so Steve Morgan's probably expecting it to be a, top performer for the rest of the season. He's put it in third spot for this race, so hopefully that's a sign of success to come. Here's Chris Harvey and Estacio Piquet in the third row. We got Mathis Wells and Rocky Johnson. We have Ariu Taiki and Eric Monaco. We got Christian Bracken and Eli Wolf, Regan Whitlock. I realize I've been using both pronunciations. We've got Mo Zane, and who knows how correct that is. We got Joe Allen, we got Brittany White, we got Reggie Fogelman, Daniel Voiles, Dylan Ebrahimian, Montero Salin, Matthew Burnett, Agata Sato, Max Davis, another guy who's in the right car for once. We got Colin Cropley, Riley Spurley, Ashley Schadewald. We're going to emphasize your Daytona 500 winner, Antonin Charlebois, Adalberto Franco, Samit Özkan, Gerald Pepper, Jana Fogelman, Gil Samaya, Bob and Flobo, Lyle Austin, Harry Langestein, Amy Hicks, Leroy Jenkins, Lucas Evans, and in the back row, Sabrina Futlego and Annie Thomas. So, 67 laps around this 1.5 mile long tri-oval. According to the game itself, it's a D-oval, D-shaped oval. Don't know quite how correct that is. Let's see, do I need to turn up the volume here? I may need to turn up the volume just a little bit as the cars get rolling. Definitely, gonna turn up my volume here, and okay. Well, it's Las Vegas, so hopefully we're gonna put on a really great show. Hopefully, we'll find it super entertaining. Shout out to the Orleans and Samstown. I think the Orleans was owned by Coast stuff during this time, but Samstown, of course, always been Boyd. Gotta represent Boyd. All you fellow adults out there who are at least 21 years old, don't gamble. People say gambling is just entertainment. That doesn't seem true. Gambling kind of sucks. It's only entertaining when you win, and you mostly lose. Save your money, buy coins instead, or of course tickets to some real entertainment, like the UAW Daimler Chrysler 400, which is about to begin in earnest. Green flag is out. We're underway here at Las Vegas. That's an excellent start for the GOAT and Patrick Smith. The rows behind. Bit laggy on that start. Arya Tanky already diving to the inside. Daniel Voiles as well. Look at Chris Harvey riding right on Steve Morgan's bumper there. Joey Trickle trying to keep pace on the outside line. The GOAT is just flying away with it. Down the back stretch, the Nellis straightaway it's called. Patrick Smith in second. 3 wide here with Mathis Wells, Chris Harvey, and Joey Trickle. Very briefly there, but Harvey in front of his teammate now. Joey Trickle making his way into 3rd spot on that outside line. 4th spot, actually. Chris Harvey under pressure from his teammate Mathis Wells, S.p.A, and Eli Wolf, also teammates, trying to keep their heads in the action. Kind of seems like we're already lining things up here as Steve Morgan makes a move on the inside through turns 3 and 4 on lap 2. And I think he's going to gazump that position from Patrick Smith, no problem at all. Yep, he's going to beat him to the line there. Gets scored a 2nd place. Take a look at your standings in the corner there. Lap times. Good stuff there. Joey Trickle clearly wanting to make his name known to the pack here. Steve Morgan, I think, doing an excellent job of that. Patrick Smith not giving up that position so easily. Now he's going to have to worry about Joey Trickle behind him. Steve Morgan rather comfortably has 2nd place now. Chris Harvey now looking at Joey Trickle's position. On that outside line there, Mathis Wells falling behind, obviously. S.p.A on his outside, showing a little more pace. Chris Harvey still side by side with Joey Trickle through turn 3. How's that outside line looking? I think this might be a track where it's actually useful. Coming towards the line, I think he'll have that position, no problem at all. Is that 4th for him? Yes, it is. S.p.A and Eli Wolf lining up behind Joey Trickle. Joey Trickle looking a little bit loose through turn 2 there. He definitely wants to take that position back from Harvey. Eric Monica running comfortably in 9th spot in the number 9 car. There's Arya Taiki in 10th. We got Christian Bracken in 11th. Mo Zanes running 12th. Rocky Johnson 13th. Regan Whitlock 14th. And Dylan Abrahamian 15th. Daniel Voiles, Brittany White, who has yet to finish a race this season. Maybe she'll do it this time around. Joe Allen, Montero Salin, and Gil Samaya round out your top 20. Kind of looked like Salin was wanting to make a pass on Joe Allen there, but he's given up that chance. Joe Allen, meanwhile, might be wanting to have a look at these 2 DEI cars in front of him. There's Anton Charlebois, Matthew Burnett, Riley Spurley, Reggie Fogelman, Agata Sato, Colin Cropley, Lucas Evans, Leroy Jenkins, and Sabrina Futlego, Samit Özkan, Max Davis, Andy Thomas, who started last in this race actually, has managed to get a few positions off that start. Bobbin Flobo, Lyle Austin, Ashley Schonewald, Harry Langestein, Amy Hicks, Jana Fogelman. I believe that's Adalberto Franco running in last spot. Oh, there's Gerald Pepper there. Let's take a look at where the GOAT is. Running through turn 3 now. Meanwhile, Gerald Pepper is just through turn 4, so... Wait, is that turn 2? No, turn 2. Turn 1, turn 2. You can see just how much of a gap the GOAT has managed to build between himself and Steve Morgan in second spot. GOAT just absolutely dominating this race. Look at these lap times, all sub 32 seconds so far. There we go. Joey Trickle is his fastest lap is 5/10 off the GOAT here. GOAT's last lap 31.357. Took a Steve Morgan for 32-second lap time, so you can tell just how much slower he is. Meanwhile, Chris Harvey's actually managed to get by Joey Trickle and Patrick Smith as well. Something wrong with Patrick Smith here, I think. But Chris Harvey definitely showing a lot of pace. We completely missed his overtake because we were too busy. We were basically too busy patting the GOAT on the back, I guess. But yeah, Patrick Smith relegated to 5th now. Joey Trickle down to 4th. Estacia Piquet, Eli Wolf, Mathis Wells still following closely behind. Don't look like they're wanting to, you know, take any risks this early in the race. But well, Chris Harvey certainly got the pace, so I think he'll be content with 3rd spot for now. There's quite a gap between himself and Steve Morgan, but of course Steve Morgan has a long way to go if he wants to win this race, because the GOAT is crossing the line to lead lap 10. He's led every lap so far, and only now is Steve Morgan also going to finish the 10th lap. Again, let's compare lap times. 31.3 for the GOAT, 32.1 for Steve Morgan, 31.9 for Chris Harvey there, so he's looking a bit faster than Steve Morgan right now. Nothing too crazy, but don't think Morgan has any reason to relax. Yeah. 32 for Joey Trickle, 31.9 for Patrick Smith. He's basically rounded up to 32 seconds anyways. But yeah, when the GOAT's lap times are closer to 31, that gives you an idea of just how in tune he is with this racetrack. His home track, of course. Joey Trickle trying to retake 3rd spot from Chris Harvey here through turns 1 and 2. I think Harvey's going to keep a nose in front on the Nellis straightaway. Joey Trickle wants that inside line, and Harvey's leaving him the space. Harvey, of course, ran a great race at Rockingham, but only ended up finishing in the 30s, I believe. Just barely beats Joey Trickle to the line. But I think Trickle's going to have that position again. Good work there from Joey Trickle. I think Chris Harvey left him too much space. Now he's going to find himself back in 4th spot. Harvey to the inside now. He's not going to give it up that easily. Patrick Smith, meanwhile, doesn't want to give up 5th spot to the number 5 car of Estacio Piquet, who's got support from his teammate, Eli Wolf. Yep, it looks like Harvey's going to have to file in behind Trickle, and Piquet's going to have 5th position. Eli Wolf could very well take 6th from Patrick Smith now. Eric Monaco looking at Mathis Wells for 8th spot. Mo Zane appears to be comfortably in his own groove in P10. And yep, that's Eli Wolf getting past Patrick Smith as well. They're on lap 15 now. Of course, the GOAT is quite a ways away from these guys. In fact, see if we can find out where he is now. I believe he's going to be coming up on the leaders here. Not the leaders, the back markers. Gerald Pepper, 39 cars in this race. Seems that Taiki has retired from the race. Apparently that happened 2 laps ago. Okay. So Aryu Taiki, who was running up front in this race, is suddenly out of it. Disappointing, to be sure. just as disappointed as Patrick Smith and Mathis Wells are likely to be. Of course, Smith started in second place this race, finding himself all the way back down in 7th. Mathis Wells having to give up position to Eric Monaco. These two had a very good fight at Rockingham last time. Looks like the cars up front have basically spaced themselves out. And next on the chopping block for our entertainment, compared to just holding video poker cards, we'll be watching the GOAT lapping these cars here. Of course, the GOAT's car is clipping through the track because all player cars do that in NASCAR Racing 2003 season, which is a bit annoying. The GOAT's going to start lap 18, dips his tires onto the apron, laps Gerald Pepper. Adalberto Franco's in front. It's going to move to his outside line. Eat up that position. Not really a position. Merely lapping cars here, but again, you can appreciate just how far behind Steve Morgan is from that pack. The pack of 3 cars, I guess. Look at Joey Trickle's actually closing the gap here. He's run faster than Steve Morgan that previous time by. Meanwhile, Chris Harvey looking under pressure from S.p.A, the man in a number 5 car, in 5th spot. Heading through turn 1 here. Is he going to try to make a move? He's definitely got the pace. Running just a little bit faster. You can see him electing to have that, No. I'd make a great commentator, you know. Nope, things spaced out. But yeah, once again, you can appreciate just how much Joey Trickle's closing that gap between himself and Steve Morgan. He's definitely slowing down here. Perhaps having some tire wear issues. Certainly the GOAT would be. Here are Jana Fogelman, Lyle Austin, Ashley Shadowall, Damien Hicks, Colin Cropley, Max Davis, Harry Langusty, Nagata Sato, and Bob and Flowball. All have been lapped by the GOAT, Reggie Fogelman, and Matthew Burnett, now also blown past. He's looking at Leroy Jenkins and Lucas Evans now. Bob and Flobo in the back wanting to make a move on Reggie Fogelman. You can see Daniel Voiles is running 23rd and Andy Thomas 24th, and the GOAT is going to get past both of them at the line. Samet Özkan making a move on Sabrina Futlego here for 21st position. They're definitely going to have to be worrying about that GOAT storming past behind, storming through the field behind them, wanting to put them a lap down. Özkan still trying to make the overtake stick. Not getting much work done there. 3 wide down the front stretch. GOAT beats both of them to the line. Özkan still has the inside. It looks like he's getting a nose in front. That's how things are looking there. Back towards everybody else in the field. Joey Trickle, not showing as much pace as before. Steve Morgan and Joey Trickle's lap times are certainly slower. But it does seem that Chris Harvey has managed to fend off Estacio Piquet from now. It's quite likely that Eli Wolf is going to be looking at 5th spot now. Patrick Smith still Patrick Smith still running 7th. Eric Monaco 8th. Mathis Wells 9th, and Mo Zane comfortably in 10th, I would say. But there's Christian Bracken in 11th, following closely behind. Rocky Johnson in a world of her own in 12th. Dylan Ebrahimian also has some breathing space in 13th. Those guys will definitely be looking for a top 10 though, but for now it's not really on the cards. Let's go through the field here. Again, we have to be considering where the GOAT... Where's he going? Alright, the GOAT's managed to get by both Allen and Salin here. Allen and Salin, I just realized it was kind of a rhyme. Very clever, Joe. Riley Spurley, Gil Samaya, Brittany White, and Antonin Charlebois all put a lap down. Next up is Reagan Whitlock, running 14th at present. Again, Ebrahimian in 13th and Johnson in 12th. With the GOAT's lap times here, he only dipped underneath. Well, he only dipped higher than 32 twice so far, and I believe that's possibly due to his efforts lapping these cars here. He gets past Whitlock without much issue. Out of turn 4 on lap 26, entering lap 27 now. Ebrahimian and Johnson will be right in front of him. Looks like meanwhile Patrick Smith having some pace issues of his own here. He's lost 7th spot to Eric Monaco, and he could look like losing 8th to Mathis Wells now. Meanwhile, S.p.A once again riding Chris Harvey's rear bumper. Still has support from his teammate Eli Wolf behind. How useful that will be remains to be seen, but again, following as closely as possible through turns 1 and 2. 33.2-second lap times for these guys, so much slower than before, but they'll also be coming up on Gerald Pepper here, and possibly the rest of these lapped cars. Well, the GOAT has managed to get by both Johnson and Ebrahimian, and just when I said that both of these guys have some breathing space, it seems that Ebrahimian's taking advantage of the situation to take 12th spot from Johnson. Christian Bracken and Mo Zane are next. Here's the GOAT. That black car with the silver and red highlights and that red 3 on the roof and red spoiler. Definitely looking like doing its job of intimidating these cars here. GOAT a little loose as he gets pie. As he gets pie. Yeah, he probably has some pie in that car, who knows. As he gets by his teammate, Mo Zane. So, appreciate the fact that the GOAT has just slapped the man in 10th position. Now he's looking at Patrick Smith, who started alongside the GOAT at the beginning of this race, which was, cranky 18 minutes ago. Here's Steve Morgan lapping Gerald Pepper. Joey Trickle could easily be wanting to take advantage of the situation, but everybody here is going to have to find their way through this lap traffic. More to the point, as you can see, the GOAT has managed to lap Patrick Smith and Mathis Wells, and Eric Monaco has no choice but to flee to the outside line through turn 3 as the GOAT gets past. Coming up on the halfway point of this race, S.p.A, Eli Wolf just getting past Pepper now. Saw that Harvey had done so already. This 3-car tandem is forming, exiting turn 2, and there's the GOAT right behind through turn 2. Both Morgan and Trickle have managed to get past Franco here, but Franco's holding up Harvey now. This could give PK the opportunity he was looking for. To the inside, 3 wide with Harvey and Franco through turn 1 there, and that's PK making the move. Excellent stuff there. Eli Wolf even looking good for 6th position, 5th position there. Yes, that's correct. But here comes the GOAT as well. I'll bet that none of them saw this coming. Harvey having to settle for 5th now. Eli Wolf unable to carry the same pace that PK was. Franco getting in the way was definitely helping out in that situation. But here comes the GOAT. He's going to blow right past PK. Possibly unnerve him just a little bit, despite being a machine fundamentally compared to this carbon life form. And that's the GOAT lapping Joey Trickle, the man in 3rd position. Now his teammate Steve Morgan right in front. He's getting past Fogelman. The GOAT is getting past Fogelman. The GOAT completes lap 34, entering lap 35 into turn 1 on the outside. Ladies and gentlemen, the GOAT is running a lap faster than everyone else on track at the moment, and he's going to lap Sato and burn it once again. Austin and Schadewald also looking vulnerable. What a time to be alive for the GOAT here. There's Cropley right in front. Ooh, contact of Cropley. He sends him into the wall. Schadewald goes around. Austin gets collected as well. Caution's out. And, well, that seems like a very cold and calculated move from the GOAT there. Seems like Cropley and Austin will both be alright. How is Schadewald? Schadewald back in the clack, fortunately, but let's have a look at that replay here. Remember that the GOAT is on lap 35 at this moment. The GOAT sends Cropley into the wall, and as he comes back, Schadewald runs right into him. Take a look at this from Schadewald's perspective. Yeah, so moving back a little bit here, the GOAT nudges Cropley out of the way. He goes into the wall, comes back down, gets massively in Schadewald's way. Burnett, Sato, and more importantly, Morgan and Trickle there managing to get by unscathed. Seems as if Wolf even was also able to escape, and took advantage there to, I mean, look at this. How about that? How about some bad luck for Harvey? Wolf was already moving on the inside. This mess up in front of him gave him ample opportunity to take fifth spot there, but look how close he gets to Schadewald's car. Certainly a heart-and-mouth moment. More importantly, he beats Harvey to the line. So, lap 36, we're under caution. And Steve Morgan's still on lap 35, despite being in second place. The GOAT just absolutely toying with the field at his home track. Of course, it took him about 45 minutes to take the 215 up to the 515. I don't even know. It's been a long time since I've actually been to the Speedway. Because the GOAT is the only car in the lead lap, he is, well, okay, theoretically he's supposed to be the only person who's able to enter the pits right now, but as you can see, the whole train of cars is doing so as well because, well, basically all of them would be sent to the end of the pacing line, so it's probably not that big of a deal here, but, yep, I believe it was necessary to have a splash of fuel, but I think that the caution means that everybody will have enough fuel to get to the end of this race without having to put any fuel in the car. The GOAT overshooting his pit box. He's definitely going to be wanting fresh tires because that right front is screaming. Sato out of the pits, just barely beating the GOAT here. Joey Trickle's going to get past. Okay, well, yeah, a bit confusing here, but as you can see, Trickle's managed to beat Morgan in the pit road race here. There's S.p.A and Eli Wolf, Chris Harvey, Mathis Wells, Eric Monaco. I believe that Monaco's ahead? Nope, Monaco dropping behind Mathis Wells' car right there. So I think that once we get onto the next lap, we'll be able to see how things went in the race off pit road. So yeah, Joey Trickle has second place right now. Steve Morgan's third, S.p.A fourth, Eli Wolf fifth, Chris Harvey sixth, Mathis Wells seventh, Eric Monaco eighth, Gil Samaya ninth, and Sabrina Futlego 10th. So I think that Samaya and Futlego were certainly the biggest gainers on that pit road race, but more importantly, Joey Trickle's managed to get out in front of Steve Morgan. He was looking at his rear bumper for a good chunk of this race. But now he has the lead, and he's going to take the outside line. Again, all these cars still a lap down, but as you can see, there are quite a few that are 2 laps down. I believe they'll be making their way to the outside line eventually, but yep. Gonna restart on lap 40. That's lap 39 for Trickle and Company. Again, he's gonna be leading Morgan, PK, Wolf, Harvey, Wells. And that outside line, everybody else on the inside line. Langestein, Voiles, Reggie Fogelman, Max Davis, Amy Hicks, Agata Sato, Jana Fogelman, Lyle Austin, right? Adalberto Franco and Gerald Pepper are 2 laps down. As you can see here, Eric Monaco's in 8th spot. So once again, looking at the cars that are only 1 lap down, Monaco, Samaya, and Footleg the rest of your top 10. Shadowvault's 2 laps down as well. Then there's Charlebois in 11th, Ebrahimian, Smith, Özkan, Johnson, Bracken, Zane, Annie Thomas, Brittany White, Riley Spurley, Salin, Evans, Cropley, Flobo, Jenkins, Whitlock, and Joe Allen, the last of your cars on lap 38, I guess. Green flag is out once again here. Langestein has a good start on the inside line, but yeah. As for whether or not he has the pace to challenge the GOAT here, that seems a bit unlikely. He's following closely behind. I don't think it's good enough here. Definitely going to be wanting to look at this fight between Steve Morgan and Joey Trickle for 2nd position. Trickle's trying to lap Langestein already. Chris Harvey, Eli Wolf, and Nastasio PK 3 wide down the front stretch here. Look at Reggie Fogelman and Max Davis getting in their way. Harvey to the inside. It looks like he's going to have 4th spot once again. I'm sure he'll be very pleased about that. Eli Wolf up to 5th here, but Nastasio PK looking like losing out. Now he'll be under pressure from Mathis Wells. Things are looking quite confusing here. Mathis Wells dives to the inside in turn 3. Oh, that's a nice view. Never really used a helicopter view before, but Eli Wolf running a good race in 5th spot here. And again, Mathis Wells putting PK under pressure. Well, PK looks like he's going to be able to retake 6th position, though. Just back of your field here. GOAT starts lap 43. Joey Trickle starts lap 42. Steve Morgan falling very closely behind here. Harvey to lap Voiles here. Eli Wolf is bump drafting him. PK's once again in front of Mathis Wells here. Eric Monaco trying to get past Max Davis and company. PK gets past Voiles. He and Reggie Fogelman don't look like they're going to cause much trouble for Mathis Wells. Actually, Voiles to the inside line where Wells and Monaco are. Three wide action at the back of the field here. Yeah, these cars are all jumbled up. You know, it's a good thing that NASCAR did eventually switch to some computer-assisted scoring and such, because, yeah, stuff seems like it's a big deal. Again, cars really bunched up here at the back of the field here. There's some contact, I think, with Allen and Burnett. I think Ericsson hit us. I believe that because a lot of these guys were running single file, the GOAT is looking at lapping them once again. There he is. Down the front stretch. And there's Joe Allen spitting on the back stretch. The pace car's lights are on and the caution is out. It's almost as if I knew something was going to happen here. But yeah, heading out of turn 2. There was contact, definitely, with Allen and Burnett. Allen into the wall. Jenkins is around. Burnett gets hit by Cropley. Austin and Pepper get a touch. Take a look at this again, see where it all goes down. Jenkins gets into Burnett, actually. So Jenkins turns Burnett into Allen. He goes spinning around. Jenkins is, not Jenkins, Burnett's rear end goes flying in the air, and Allen's on his roof for a moment. And again, Cropley gets collected. Cropley just having a very bad time here in Las Vegas. No luck for him at all. Just keeps feeding money into the slot machine and getting nothing to show for it. Unfortunate stuff there. Oh yeah, we're under caution again. What is that sound? What the devil is that sound, I say? Well, Jenkins, Burnett, Austin, Cropley, and Allen still in the race. Allen has no rear end, and Austin has no hood. But yeah, everything's looking dope otherwise. We're going to restart the race on lap 50. And it seems as if everybody, except for the GOAT, is going to be starting on the inside line there. Trickle trying to communicate that he's supposed to have that inside line. I don't think the GOAT's having much of that. It's obviously disadvantageous. Disadvantageous? Disadvantageous? Disadvantageous. Not advantageous for the GOAT, who's trying to warm up his tires just a little bit. But yeah, no surprise here. GOAT's going to be leading when we restart. Joey Trickle will have second spot here. Steve Morgan third. Eli Wolf managed to get past Harvey, so he's going to have fourth here. Stasio PK will be sixth. Eric Monaco seventh. Mathis Wells eighth. Sabrino Futlega ninth. And Gil Samaya 10th. Then there are Patrick Smith, Dylan Ebrahimian, Antonin Charlebois, Andy Thomas, Mo Zane, Riley Spurley, Samet Özkan, Christian Bracken, Lucas Evans, and Riley Johnson. Well, it looks like Regan Whitlock's engine has gone up in smoke, so she's out of this race, I think. Can't pay too much attention to that now because green flag's away again. Contact between the GOAT and Trickle here. Trickle beats the GOAT to the line, which means that for the time being he's still on the same lap. He gets past, Morgan gets past, the GOAT has to warm up his tires, not doing a good job of that. Harvey looking like losing a position to PK yet again. GOAT's gonna have a little bit of work to do to lap Morgan and Trickle once more. Monaco coming out of nowhere, and inserting himself into this battle that PK, Harvey, and Wolf have been having for the majority of this race. The GOAT manages to beat Morgan to the line. Joey Trickle still running up in front, and henceforth still back on the lead lap. Wolf in fourth here. PK has fifth. Eric Monaco's looking at sixth place from Chris Harvey. I think Harvey's going to maintain the position from the outside line. And the GOAT has little effort getting past Trickle here. What good's that going to do for his teammate Morgan? He has the inside line. He has help from Eli Wolf very momentarily. Wolf to the outside line to possibly give Trickle a bit of a boost. Morgan's going to beat Trickle to the line there and take second place back. Wolf now looking like losing a spot to his teammate PK. And Monaco's still trying to get past Chris Harvey. Still running a very good race, all these people up front. That's PK past Joey Trickle now. What has gone on with Joey Trickle here? Not having a very good run back up to speed. Again, he managed to break free from the pack very momentarily, but it looks like after the GOAT lapped him, he sort of unsettled the car. I think Monaco was able to beat Harvey to the line. Harvey has to deal with Fogelman, who's a lap down. It shouldn't cause him too much trouble, theoretically. Oh yeah, the GOAT's just running away with it once again. Morgan second, PK third, Trickle fourth, Wolf fifth, Monaco sixth, Harvey seventh, Futlega's eighth, Wells is ninth, Patrick Smith is running in 10th. He's under pressure from Gil Samaya. They both get past Harry Langestein here. PK flying into third spot there. Oh, well, actually, no, he was there the whole time. Wait, I'm confused. Whatever, but as you can see here, Eli Wolf wants to get past Joey Trickle, but Eric Monaco wants to get past Eli Wolf. Sounds like a very complex calculus problem. Might even require the use of differential equations. Monaco diving to the inside, entering turn 1. Joey Trickle sort of in his way, though. Side by side with Wolf, Monaco is. Down Danella's straightaway. I think he has the pace. And he has the inside line. He has Joey Trickle in his way. But I think he has the position. Good stuff there. Now Harvey's looking like climbing his way back up the field. He wants to challenge Monaco now. Wolf on the outside, trying to maintain his spot. Harvey with a very nice clean overtake there. Can he make it stick? Trickle to PK's inside into turn 3. PK manages to file right back in front. Morgan looking a little bit comfortable with second spot there, but Stasio PK's third spot under pressure from Joey Trickle. Harvey has managed to get by Eli Wolf. It was a very good overtake once again, but Wolf looking like wanting to snatch it back. Harvey gets a little tight into turn 2 there. Monaco looking at Joey Trickle's position. I think Wolf's going to manage to get past Harvey once again. Did I say Am I mixing up these names again? Whatever. Who's going to beat whom to the line? I think Monaco. Monaco made it to the line first. Again, something's clearly up with Trickle's car here. Both fighting with Trickle for 5th spot here, right behind Monaco. Battle for 4th, really hotting up. Monaco trying to break free from this pack here. PK looking like catching up to Morgan and challenging for 2nd. Trickle on the outside just manages to beat Harvey to the line, but Harvey's going to have the inside. Reggie Fogelman still trying to insert himself into the action here. Let everybody know that he's in this race just as much as everybody. Can't discount Sabrino Futlego either, running 8th. He wants to get past Fogelman and then challenge Harvey and Trickle for 7th spot. Harvey beats Trickle to the line. He'll be scored 6th. Wolf comfortably in 5th for now. Monaco 4th. PK 3rd. Morgan 2nd. And the GOAT, of course, leading the race. He manages to lap Matthew Burnett with his damaged car. Don't think Harvey's looking too comfortable in front of Trickle now. Trickle riding right behind, waiting for his moment to pounce. Sabrino Futlego's still held up by Reggie Fogelman. I bet he's not very happy with Fogelman at all. Patrick Smith 9th. Gil Samaya rounding out your top 10th. Mathis Wells 11th. Antonin Charlebois 12th. Samet Özkan 13th. Christian Bracken 14th. Bob and Flo was 15th. Montero Salin on the Nella straightaway now 16th. Mo Zane 17th. Mo Zane's probably looking at 16th spot. Rocky Johnson 18th. Lucas Evans Evans, yeah. Lucas Evans is 19th, and Riley Spurley rounds out your top 20. Annie Thomas, Dylan Bohemian, Brittany White, Leroy Jenkins, Joe Allen, I believe. Joe Allen once again is last of the lead lap cars. He's looking like getting lapped by the GOAT eventually, along with Colin Cropley, who's probably pooing his pants right now watching the GOAT get past him into turn 1 there. Gerald Pepper, a familiar sight as well for the GOAT. But the feeling is mutual there. There's Lyle Austin and Joe Allen once again. Goat has 5 laps to go. It'll be 4 to go once he crosses the line. He's going to have little issue getting past Allen and Austin. Eric Monaco challenging for 3rd spot from S.p.A. Remember, this is the UAW Daimler Chrysler 400. I bet about 90% of the audience completely forgot about that. Of course, this race will later be renamed the UAW Dodge 400. But right now, Chevy's dominating this race. That is a Dodge getting past one Chevy. 2 of them are fighting with each other. You can see that Harvey's falling behind. Trickle's still running up close. Footlego's still unable to get past Reggie Fogelman. Patrick Smith and Gil Samaya in their Ford Taurus cars following closely. But yeah, Monaco is now running 3rd, which makes him the Dodge highest up in the pecking order so far this race. Steve Morgan still has 2nd spot. Eli Wolf 4th, Stasio PK 5th, Chris Harvey 6th. He gets past Matthew Burnett. Remember, Burnett was lapped by the Goat just a few moments ago. Where is he now? There he is. Sato and White right in front. White flag is out, and we enter the final lap of the UAW Daimler Chrysler 400. You can see the Las Vegas skyline in the background. I'll bet Whitlock and Tyke are already at Samstown or something, drowning their sorrows in Manhattans and losing all their money at blackjack. But meanwhile, the Goat here, looking like the winner. It seems like it was a foregone conclusion. But in front of an adoring crowd of his fellow fans, probably his classmates and such, the Goat takes the checkered flag and wins in Las Vegas. Absolutely destroying the field here. Who in hell had a chance? Eric Monaco. 21st? Did Monaco pit? Monaco must have pitted because he's a lap down. I don't think that quite worked out for him. Steve Morgan finishes 2nd. Gil Samaya pitted as well. He was in 10th a moment ago. Eli Wolf has 3rd. Stasio PK 4th. Chris Harvey 5th. I think he's going to be very pleased with that top 5. Joey Trickle, who had 2nd spot for a brief stint in this race, settling for 6th. Sabrino Footlago 7th. Patrick Smith 8th. I think he could be happy with that, considering he started on the front row, but probably he hoped for better. Mathis Wells 9th, and rounding out your top 10 today, Antonin Charlebois. I believe that's Mo Zane, who managed to come home 11th, so good race overall for the RCR boys. A 1-2 for the GM Goodwrench Chevys. And that's what we're all here to see, huh? The Goat performing donuts on the front stretch. Let's take a look at your practice times. The Goat had the fastest lap in practice. 1:10 faster than Morgan here. Monaco, Trickle, and Salon with good laps as well. Qualifying laps. The Goat managing to beat Patrick Smith by 0.03 of a second, so it wasn't a foregone conclusion that would have the pole, but still a very good lap from all of them. Footlago, who finished in the top 10 today, right? Qualified last. What's that about? The Goat goes to the starter stand to collect the checkered flag. He has an American flag with him as well, and now he's going to do his trademark Polish victory lap, honoring Alan Kulwicki, waving to the fans who either love or hate him because they are people he knows probably. Probably got people like, I don't know, his parents, sisters, cousins, grandparents, great uncles and aunts, classmates, teachers, customers, co-workers, former and present. So yeah, while he does that, Take a look at your official standings. The GOAT, the only finisher on the lead lap, average speed 141.877 miles an hour. Everybody else was at least one lap down. Steve Morgan, Eli Wolf, Estacio Piquet, Chris Harvey, your top 5. Joey Trickle, Sabrina Futlego, Patrick Smith, Mathis Wells, and Antonin Charlebois, rounding out your top 10. Samit Özkan, Christian Bracken, Mo Zane, Montero Salin, Rocky Johnson, Riley Spurley, Annie Thomas, and Lucas Evans, last of the finishers on lap 66 of 67. Then 2 laps down, Dylan Ebrahimian, Brittany White, Joe Allen, Eric Monaco, Gil Samaya, Reggie Fogelman, Bob and Flobo, Harry Langestein, Adalberto Franco, Max Davis, Jana Fogelman, and Daniel Voiles. Again, I suppose that Monaco and Samaya must have pitted just before the last lap was over. So perhaps they had some sort of issue with their cars. Perhaps they were running out of fuel, or running down their tires a bit too much at the end. Again, running up at the top of the field for a lot of this race, Monaco, fighting for second even in this race. So that's got to be a very disappointing result for him. Amy Hicks, Ashley Schadewald, Agata Sato, Lyle Austin, Leroy Jenkins, Gerald Pepper, Colin Cropley, and Matthew Burnett came home 3 laps down today. Regan Whitlock retired just as the final caution was about to end with a gearbox failure, it seems, and Aryu Taiki retired at some point with a valve issue. So, that's your race at Las Vegas done. Of course, Max Davis, Steve Morgan, and Joey Trickle making their names known. Good finishes for Morgan and Trickle, no doubt. I think Davis will have a lot of work to do to get his name known. But well, what can I say? I had a lot of fun with this race. I'm so proud of myself. Absolutely crushed all of you. You all suck. And I am the boss. Look at this. 30.999. I totally smashed Todd Bodine's record. Get wrecked. And yeah, well, very happy with my really consistent lap times. You can see that they start to slow down before the caution as I'm lapping cars. And my right front tire really was wearing out, but I mean, like, these early laps, boom, amazing. And then after the second caution, before the second caution, yep, managed to smash the record on 4 occasions, obviously. And then even after that, still pretty good. Yeah. That was a lot of fun for me, obviously. The GOAT cruises to victory at Las Vegas. Damn straight. Who has all the laps completed now, people? Haha, 215 out of 216. So, next race, Atlanta, Bass Pro Shops 500. Let's take a look at your standings real fast. Eli Wolf is now your points leader. I believe that either Wells or Monaco were before. I have no idea. I'm sure things will settle in at some point. Maybe I could actually do some research before I start races or whatever, but yep. Mathis Wells is in second, Eric Monaco third, Samit Özkan fourth, the GOAT fifth, Antonin Charlebois sixth, Rocky Johnson seventh, Dylan Ebrahimian eighth, Christian Bracken ninth, and Reggie Fogelman 10th. Yeah, despite a rather disappointing finish today, still in the top 10 in the points. And there are PK, Evans, Zane, Schadewald, Flobo, Taiki, Futlego, Harvey, Franco, Thomas, Salin, Pepper, Spurley, Martini, Smith, Cropley, Fogelman, Jana Fogelman, Allen, Jenkins, obviously Sevilla, Hicks, Samaya, Austin, Sato, Voiles, Langestein, Burnett, White, Whitlock, Morgan, Trickle, McGregor, and Davis. So, Steve Morgan, Joey Trickle, and Max Davis at the bottom of the table for now. But as you can see, they do have a decent amount of points. As you can tell, yeah, Peter McGregor in 2 races unable to score the amount of points that Steve Morgan and Joey Trickle were able to today. Yeah, Max Davis, definitely the worst performer out of these guys. Yeah, let me emphasize once again that I'm sorry for forgetting to put your names in. I think that's on me. If there are any excuses I could possibly offer, it's because you only asked for 1 or 2 cars, so I wanted to make sure that you didn't want 1 or 2 more. And then I completely forgot to put your names in despite saying I got you down. Oops. Hopefully you can appreciate that I want to have a moment's silence for the careers of Martini, Sevilla, and McGregor, who again might be missed just a little bit. So take a look at your stats real fast. All of these runners right here have top 5s. 2 top 10s this season for Wolf, Wells, Monaco, the GOAT, Charlebois, and PK. And I think that's easily reflected by their positions at the top of the table thus far. The GOAT is, he's led 80 more laps than anyone else. And, well, Brittany White was finally able to finish a race today, so not all hope is lost, I suppose. Well, I think it's quite clear to see who had good luck today in Las Vegas. I managed to lead every single lap. How about that? It's been Hanafuda. It's been a time and a half, an honor, and I will see you in the next video. Lead change is 0. Gonna have something to gloat about for centuries, I tell you.